Welcome back to the CryptoLabs YouTube channel. I got a really quick message. It's on my heart and I want to share it because I want this so bad for you. Have been traveling, so don't mind the mess behind me at a hotel here in Austin. Traveled to Fort Worth last week, road trip to Austin, solar eclipse on Monday, busy day today, flight to LA at 4:30 tonight, LA for a couple days, and then fly home. So it's been a wild day. The DeFi portfolio has been printing me cash every single day. I think it's been averaging $600 to $700 per day, so that's been nice. And the portfolio itself is up around $30,000, so that's been a nice 5-6 day paycheck. Covers the travel. DeFi portfolio for cash flow. Build a DeFi portfolio for cash flow. So all of that stuff is all well. This YouTube channel is full of those videos, so do check them out. I just did a video on like almost $400 per day on just one protocol. You can check it out. That said, I woke up at 4:30 today because couldn't sleep. Time zone differences, whatever. And I'm walking around Austin at 4:30 a.m., grabbed a coffee, blah, blah, blah. And I get these moments a lot, but today was a powerful one. It's just, it always starts sort of in the chest, wells up, just floods of emotions. And I've learned to just like breathe into it instead of ignore it. Of just insane gratitude and overwhelm in a good way, awe of my life. Grew up in a trailer park. I used to work on the oil rigs. And a seed was dropped. Hey, maybe there's a better way to live life. Maybe there's a little more for me. And I want this so bad for you and for anyone who's watching this video. And this isn't just some motivational bullshit, because you can get excited, but then after this video or after someone speaks to you, you're back to your life. I've been to dozens, maybe like 100 events since I started this personal development spiritual journey, and so many times I get to the event, yes, Tony Robbins, yes. And then I'd go home, and in a few days, my life was back to where it was. And I was back in my routine, back in my environment, back in what I'm familiar with, back to the old Lucas. And at some point, I got tired of that, and I'm like, no matter how I feel, and we can go a little deeper on that, but I'll just sugarcoat this, but no matter how I feel, I'm not gonna let those emotions run my day. If I wake up and I don't feel like doing something, I'm going to do it anyway. If I wake up and I don't feel like studying DeFi or diving deeper into it or getting into a position or filming a video or filming whatever, I'm gonna take a moment, remember my vision, where am I going in my life, and then ask, is that action in alignment and congruent with where I'm trying to go? And if it is, I do it. No matter how I feel. And what's interesting, and I think we all know this, if we do that every single day, at some point you will wake up and you will look around, as I get to so often. It's easy to forget, but you've got to remember, I look around so often and I'm like, I should not be here. It's beyond feeling blessed. It's beyond just feeling gratitude. It's holy crap. And that, and let me know in the comments if you've had a difficult life. What a blessing, what a gift. Because to me, I travel, I stay in hotels, I go to cool places. Maybe to a lot of people that's just normal. To me, it's not. I was never supposed to be here. Or you stay in a bit of a nicer hotel. It doesn't even matter. I'm like, I can stay in a motel. And I'm grateful for it. I'll never forget that. Like, I never got to do that. So many times, and I used to do this, I looked at my life and was a victim to it. Like, I was upset that I had the light. Like, why do I, what? But now that I look back, I'm so grateful. Even the oil rig experience and kind of the 5, 6, 7 years of my life that, that was who I was. And people complain about a long day or complain about work. And I'm like sitting there working on a computer by a pool. And I'm like, what? The polarity of that, what a gift. If you have a difficult childhood or difficult upbringing, wait until you have a family and you get to pour into that. Or you it's like you'll never forget that. And I see some people, they just had it easy, and nothing wrong with that. You have your own challenges with that. Or they got a car bought for them that was like a sports car. They never get to enjoy the next thing because that polarity's not there. And I just feel an overflow so often of gratitude for my life. And it's not always like, oh, look, I get to drive a supercar down the coast and stay on the beach for 3 days. It's that, and then remembering where I come from. And that gap creates overwhelming gratitude. Whereas this is a good example for my health. Like, I've always had the blessing of pretty good health. And so it's sometimes more difficult for me to tune into feeling healthy because that's been my norm. At times I do get sick. I'm talking like flu, whatever. And for a couple days, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. After that, I'm like, whoa, I feel amazing. I'm so grateful for my health. And then I go back to my baseline of just taking it for granted. Whereas I knew someone I met at my event, they were blind at one point in their life. They're no longer blind. And they told me they never miss a sunset, sunrise. They don't miss it. As in, like, a moment doesn't go by that they're not grateful for being able to see. We don't really think about that often. You'd have to lose your sight in order to be grateful to get it back. Most of the time. So if you've had it difficult in some area of your life, it is such a fucking gift. No more being victim to it. No more, why did that happen to me? That's not going to move us forward. It's because of this, it created this. For me, it created my drive, my passion, my excitement, my desire for adventure, for exploring, for starting new things, for building things. And I look out the window at Austin, and I remember where I come from. I don't want to forget it. I want that for you. It's so accessible to you. But once this video's over, maybe you're like, yes. Once the video's over, you got to go back to your everyday life. And it's going to be your job to hold yourself to making consistent decisions and taking consistent actions to what you want, despite how you feel. If I waited for motivation or whatever, and excuse the mess, I've been living here for a couple days and it gets messy. But if I waited every single day for motivation to do anything, I'd be nowhere. I'm telling you that, I'd be nowhere. Sometimes just doing the damn thing actually, I don't feel like doing it. I do it within 10, 15 minutes. I'm all pumped up because I did it. And it builds the momentum. Cheering for you. If you're in Austin, I'm going to be watching the eclipse here in a few hours. And then I got a flight to LA. So I know there's been some people who message me being like, hey, I'm in Austin. Maybe I will see you on the streets. If I do, come say hi. With that said, I'm going to get out of here. Appreciate you. I'm going to leave some videos, DeFi, crypto, mindset, everything, all the things. Leave some videos in these 4 corners of the screen. Appreciate you. Keep going. Keep moving forward. Stay consistent. And with that said, I'll see you at the top. Peace.